Hi everyone, I'm Ben, and this is the Board Game Blueprint. This week, we're going to spice it up a little bit with an old segment now, the component close-up. And what we're going to do is look a little bit at the Stout boxes that are available on the Game Crafter for packaging your games into some awesome, high-quality containers. So let's jump on over to the table next door and see what we have in store. To warm us up, let's show off a small Stout box, one that we've already seen before of my own design as well. So again, very durable, printing everywhere, which is excellent. And honestly, it sparked the rest of the boxes that we'll jump into right now. The first box in the new line of Stout is going to be the deck box. This is going to be a great one for a game that has, well, a lot of cards in it. Because you can actually stack them in horizontally and sleeved, I do believe. So that's pretty excellent in that you can have a whole row as opposed to stacks, although you could probably do that too. Slides nice and easy, and I do believe it has printing on both the top and the bottom if you so choose. The next box I want to show is the medium Stout box. So this one is the successor spiritually to the small Stout box, and it looks like it might be a little bit shorter actually, which is totally fine, or it's an optical illusion. But I really like the size and feel of this one. It feels like a book, so it's really easy to carry around, and I'm sure it's only a matter of time before we see a lot of book art showing up on the Game Crafter pages. So maybe the spines and the sides here kind of being printed on as book pages. But another feature that I wanted to go along with is to actually print off a couple different fonts onto this box, just as an ease of reference for myself in the future to know, how big I should start making my titles and other types of information. 10-point font is probably not going to fit very well onto a box of this size unless you had to really get up close to read it. And that's not exactly what we want when we're looking for that table presence we talked about earlier. So it slides out pretty well. I had to put a little weight inside, like my Girl Scout trefoils. But again, it's going to be awesome material, very thick, durable, and if JT can stand on it, I'm sure that you can too. So that, my friends, is the medium Stout box. Again, you can get it printed on both sides as well. Awesome. And this for sure is the coolest box I think you can get from the Game Crafter today. It is the large Stout box. This thing is massive. It's pretty much the size of a regular retail game, and it's nice and thick, nice and tall, which is super cool. Now you may have noticed as I was rotating it around, but the awesome, amazing feature of this box is that you can actually spot UV print on it. Yes, you can kind of see a little bit of the glimmer on these raised edges, so they have that nice texture feel. And you can pretty much, I believe, UV print anything on the box as long as you put it on the correct layer as you upload it to the Game Crafter. So hopefully I have a clip of it kind of showing off what you do. It's essentially taking whatever artwork you want, putting it onto a layer, and then dropping it in. But this thing, again, is made of the same thick cardboard as all the other boxes shown thus far, and it is super, well, for stowing away your Girl Scout cookies, as well as just having a ton of awesome space to put whatever components you want inside. So I don't know if there's an insert for this one yet. You might have to just make it up yourself, but baggies will help sort out all of your components. This box feels awesome. It feels great, and you'll definitely be the talk of your playtesting group when you cart around something like this. One last thing that I noticed, and very minor, but if it bothers you, then just want to make you aware, is that with a large Stout box, after the UV treatment, it feels a little sticky almost. You can see how there's kind of a different texture, or like a glaze practically, as opposed to the deck box that is very much smooth and glossy. So if that's going to be something for you to notice as you pick up the box, carrying it around and things, just want to let you know that there will be a little bit of a sort of slight minuscule, sticky feel to it. It also smells like it was treated with UV, so there you have it. One more point before I leave is that JT was on a podcast episode of Building the Game where he discussed the Game Crafter and all sorts of fun things. He also mentioned that the box is oftentimes the most expensive part of a game, whether it's from them or just mass production in terms of all of our favorite published ones. So what I really like to do personally is somehow incorporate the box as a component into the game. So instead of maybe using an actual separate board to make the box the board, just kind of came to me now with this sort of cover, but maybe these could be the different locations that players will visit on their turns and things, or maybe it's on the back of the box, or maybe it is the inside of the box. Some kind of feature in that way to really just milk or squeeze out all the value that you can out of something like this, because it is a little bit heftier, but it is, again, of the utmost quality. A little shout out to Julio Nazario as well for his awesome and innovative uses of boxes in his designs. Another cool thing to note is that all of these were shrink wrapped when I got them, but I believe you can even also nest boxes or have maybe a deck box inside a future large Stout box. So I sort of let on during the video, but I think my favorite box is actually the medium Stout box. I just really like, again, the shape of it and the holding capacity of the box as well. I know some of the other ones like the small Stout are a little bit taller and you can stuff some more things inside, but from just a carrying standpoint, I think that the medium is going to be the easiest to carry from your car to the table. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button so that you can stay up to date on future content like this. As always, I'm Ben. This has been another episode of the Board Game Blueprint, and together, let's build something great.